Hi, this is Jim Starkweather with the Kitmaker Network. Welcome to another episode of Cracking the Box on Model Shipwrights. This is a new kit that just came to us this month from Aoshima. I'm not sure my Japanese pronunciation is correct, but I'm going to say Unryo or Unryo, or Unryo. It is obviously an Imperial Japanese Navy aircraft carrier in 1/700 scale. This kit is the Waterline series, so let's take a look at the box. It's got some information about the carrier in Japanese and English. Includes, I think, some Photoetch, but we'll take a look. And not a whole lot more on the box, so let's crack it open. We've got various gray styrene in bags. We've got one bag here. Two, a green styrene with some planes, 3, more planes and other deck bits, 4. Fifth bag has some decals mixed in with some plastic. I'm not sure that's a good thing. I can already see a little bit of damage, but luckily not. It's affecting some of the decal, but just the paper itself that's on. And I think 6 was the decking and other crew bits. 7, clear plastic with alternate decking, I guess. Interesting. Waterline series, here's the, we'll take a look at that. I think that either is Photoetch or something heavy in metal. And the instructions and the Photoetch. So here it does include that smaller bit. Maybe this is the larger one, so I'll have to open it up to see. We'll take a look at everything a little bit closer here if we can. I'm going to restructure my setup here so I can actually shoot closer up or give you some closer up detail shots. And again, I'm not going to do this one a two-parter like I did the New York because I just sometimes don't have time to do it that way. I'd rather shoot one video, have one video upload, and so forth. So let's take a look at that Waterline series container and see what's in there to start with, since it's kind of a mystery, but I'm guessing it's Photoetch because it's so darn heavy. I'm cutting it open here, sorry. Give you some visuals. Oh, this has some lead, or not lead, but some, looks like galvanized steel weights, so I'm guessing that's for weighting it, or some other thing that I'm not aware of. Here's the Photoetch. Let me see if I can reset my camera to the right level here. I don't really get a good, a little bit higher. Hard on while I fiddle. And my box is trying to mess with me. All right, here we go. Get my focal length set. That looks better. All right. Not sure I need to take this out. I think you can kind of see without me removing it and endangering the very fine Photoetch. This one is marked Aoshima on the Photoetch and is marked 1/700 IJN aircraft carrier. It says Unryo class. So I guess it's specifically for this model. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other, like the side hull detail. These bags are actually just taped, which is nice. I don't have to do any cutting. Here's some of the side detail. See if I can lower my light a bit, and you can probably see contrast a bit better. Makes it a bit dark in here to me, but for some reason it's good for the camera. And, okay, let's move on. I'm not sure, maybe somebody can comment why the clear deck version, I guess you could make one that had, I'm trying to think if there's some paint combination that would work. I know the Japanese didn't use glass decking, so maybe someone can clue me in why this would be used. But here is the clear deck piece. Flipping it over and just feeling. So there's definitely surface detail on this, or raised surface detail on this one, on this side. And here's the other piece, or multiple pieces here. Here's the, I'm not really sure what piece this is depicting. I'm trying to see, maybe there are different configurations for this, or this is a lower, I guess this would potentially be the lower. Is this the lower deck if you use the clear plastic? I'm not really sure. But just giving you some detailed shots there of it. And here's another piece. This is probably the waterline, lower hull, or lower part of the model, I guess, if you're going to build it so it's just essentially sitting. There's the upper stern and bow of the ship, and some of the lifeboats. I think those are some of the guns, not sure. Again, here's the top plastic deck, which I believe would be wood or steel. I guess I'm thinking the Japanese were using steel decked ships, at least at that point. So here's that bag with the odd configuration of decals, and this one does have to be cut open. Not sure why the difference between the two production-wise, but here's the plastic. So this includes looks like some of the upper conning tower details and masts there. And here's some of the gun emplacements. And then the decals, which as I noted, there's a little bit of damage here, but not actually affecting any of the decals. It's a little warped. I can see that, but so here's another small Japanese flag. I believe that's a decal. That's a pull away or a sticker. Didn't feel like a decal sheet. And here's some of the Japanese plane markings, obviously with the rising sun. And that leaves a couple more pieces of plastic. I'll try to get through those quick. And this one's stapled, so we've had taped, sealed, and now stapled. This one is some of the, again, the ships and other surface gun details and things like that, gun emplacements, guns. And here's some of the launch, I was going to say launch ship. There's an interesting wing detail there on that plane. I can't imagine that plane flew very well. Is that a biplane? Is that what I'm missing? Is that one of the, no? Interesting. Actually, yeah, so they're showing it in using the instructions. I guess that is a biplane. That's why it looks so odd. Pontoon biplane. There's another one. Okay, moving on. Here's that green sheet with, again, this is the sealed bag. I guess we've got enough contrast with the blue background with this. So lots of planes. Really too much detail there. And then this final large bag of multiple screws. And again, some of the side deck railings or side walls, I guess, whatever they're called in carrier parlance. Small detail bits. Some of the guns. This carrier had a lot of guns. And some of the deck guns. Wow, what are those? Interesting. They almost look like little modern Predator drones or something if I was looking at a modern plane. I guess that's some kind of Japanese flying bombs. Is that what those? Maybe someone can tell me that. It'd be interesting and see what those are. More of the planes. Sorry, I had to move a piece of plastic. And this is the same duplicated sheet, so I'm not going to... Ooh, kind of creates a weird effect there. Same duplicated sheet. Okay, so the only other thing here is the manual itself, which I didn't really go over in the previous part of the video. Go ahead and show you that. Switch back to autofocus maybe. And folded to fit in the box, obviously. Instructions look like they're in, let's see, we've got Japanese and English, I believe, with, nope, that's it, Japanese and English. So it's a fold out, really long. So we've got a section here for painting and markings. It's done the step-by-steps. Look pretty straightforward and to the point. Well detailed. And then backside. Finishing up the carrier and then going into the various planes. Again with the parts overlay on the back. I'm not seeing any unused parts, so I guess this is all pretty much, at least they're showing it on here. Although I'm guessing with the planes, some of these have been in prior kits and so forth. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching this review of the Japanese Unryo. No. That's definitely wrong. I know Japanese are obviously usually two-syllable kind of Unryo, probably. Unryo or Unryo? Unryo. Somebody will correct me on this, I'm sure. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little video.